Mini episode 1171 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1171, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our college and non-college and fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 14 of the 2019 NFL season. We've got our college football playoff rankings, college and pro picks, and fantasy football recommendations. We start with our weekly rankings for the college football playoff. 1 Ohio State, 2 LSU, 3 Clemson, 4 Georgia. Our next 4 in are 5 Utah, 6 Oklahoma, 7 Minnesota, 8 Alabama. Our college football picks were 6 and 7 last week, putting us at 43, 41, and 1 on the season. Here's our picks this week. Ohio State minus 16 over Wisconsin, LSU minus 7 over Georgia, Clemson minus 28.5 over Virginia, Utah minus 6.5 over Oregon, Central Michigan minus 6.5 over Miami, Appalachian State minus 6.5 over Louisiana Lafayette, Oklahoma minus 9 over Baylor, UAB plus 8 over FAU, Cincinnati plus 9.5 over Memphis, and Boise State minus 13.5 over Hawaii. Our NFL picks were 7 and 9 last week overall, 2 and 1 on the Big Three and 1 and 0 on the lock. We're 88, 103, and 2 overall, 14 and 25 on the Big Three and 4 and 9 on the locks. Here's our picks this week. Dallas minus 3 over Chicago, Buffalo plus 6 over Baltimore, Green Bay plus 12.5 over Washington, Denver plus 8.5 over Houston, New Orleans minus 2.5 over San Francisco, Carolina plus 3 over Atlanta, Detroit plus 12.5 over Minnesota, New York Jets minus 5.5 over Miami, LA Chargers minus 3 over Jacksonville, Kansas City plus 3 over New England, Arizona plus 2 over Pittsburgh, Tennessee minus 3 over Oakland, and Philadelphia minus 9.5 over the New York Giants. For our Big Three, it's Indianapolis plus 3 over Tampa Bay and Seattle minus 1 over the LA Rams. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 14, Cincinnati plus 7.5 over Cleveland. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy over managing. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys you go with as long as you're confident they'll be playing. QB, Patrick Mahomes. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs, David Johnson, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, and Christian McCaffrey. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Odell Beckham, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, and Michael Thomas. Tight end, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. As always, our Thursday NFL picks and fantasy plays are up on our Twitter account at the FDH Lounge. Here's our non-gimme plays for the week. We like 15 QBs. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, and Jameis Winston. We like 14 running backs. Chris Carson, Austin Eckler, Devontae Freeman, Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, Kareem Hunt, Mark Ingram, Philip Lindsay, Sony Michel, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, Miles Sanders, and Devin Singletary. We like 14 wide receivers. Tyler Boyd, Stephon Diggs, Michael Gallup, Chris Godwin, Kenny Galladay, Alshon Jeffrey, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Devontae Parker, Allen Robinson, Deebo Samuel, Cortland Sutton, and Robert Woods. And we like 3 tight ends, Jack Doyle, Hunter Henry, and Darren Waller. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, Waitresses, Strippers, Bartenders, Garbage Men, Janitors, Microwave Popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and The Periodic Table of Elements.